that might be an issue. I can't turn off the heaters in here, so it's going to heat up where the food is. I do have 2 batteries, but I don't know if they work during a solar flare. I think solar flare turns off everything. It's affecting both locations. Okay, that's a thing. Do enjoy Korra. I tried really hard twice to watch Korra. I could not get into it. I had no problem with like Korra as an avatar and stuff like that. I just really hate the era of time that they picked for that particular story. All right, let's find. Yeah, I just don't like. I know it's was it like the fucking 20s or something like that? It's based on something along those lines. It's not my jam. It's not something I enjoy in like IRL versus like seeing it in shows. So I really, really struggled with a lot of that. Plus, I also couldn't like, I don't know. I kind of didn't really get much into like the arena stuff. I didn't get too much past that. I saw like what do you call it? I saw like they got past that, and I did hear some of the like retrospective of like what happened with the story and stuff. So I do know of some stuff, but like, yeah, I don't know enough to really like, you know, decently speak of it kind of thing. I know these guys are basically like over. I got 2 small caravans out at the moment. Hold on, what's going on with that? You guys are coming home. Where's the other caravan? It's only just leaving. Okay. I realized I only had like 5 people in this. Don't like rapid industrialization. It's not that. It's, although I did feel that kind of detracted from it, because it did go from like, you know, an era of where I know that they're in war times and stuff, but like the world itself felt like it was like a little bit freer kind of thing. Like there was more like interesting, what do you call it? Like different civilizations, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, it made sense in the time. I kind of feel like it jumped too far forwards, but I personally just don't like that era of like music and radio speak and all that kind of stuff. I just can't stand the sound of it and the side of it and stuff. So that's more the visual audio kind of side of it that put me off watching Korra. But yeah, the actual like some of the stuff that happened later in it, I didn't mind as much. I thought it was interesting. I knew there was a guy that took away bending and shit. I know about the romances. I know about like her struggling to like learn certain types of, what is it, like the airbending and shit, because she's more like, even though she's born a waterbender and shit, she's like more a fiery personality, so like fire came easier for her and shit. But like I don't know, I just don't like that like time period in general. Like even in other stuff, like I think it's like the same kind of era as I think Great Gatsby and shit as well. It's just not my jam, you know. They had picked almost any other period of time, I probably could have really got behind it. But to me, it kind of took this really cool fantasy world and felt like they kind of mashed it into a bit of the real world to make it more, I don't know, less fantasy kind of thing. That's what it felt like to me. I didn't like it. I heard that there's supposed to be a third one that's supposed to be what, Earthbenders and stuff as the avatar and stuff. But I also heard something, I don't know how much it's like true to the thing or not, but about the spirit or something that bonded with the original avatar or something is disconnected, and now there's like a evil version of an avatar, or there could be an evil version of the avatar and shit. That shit could be interesting, but then I really feel like that's getting away from like, you know, the premise of like the avatar bringing balance and stuff. Like, I don't know. I kind of like what they did with the Avatar, you know, with like Aang's time and stuff, where he's trying to like regain balance, and there are people in all sorts of areas that are just like had corrupt teachings and, you know, have just been kind of brainwashed and stuff, and don't know any better versus knowing better and just choosing to be a dick, you know. So they had Fire Nation, had huge blimps and tanks by the end of Aang. They had the guy up in the air temples that was like creating all this technology and shit. Like they had inventors and stuff. So like as soon as they get stuff like that, they can like super advance as quickly as they kind of want to. But yeah, I don't know. Like also I also have this beef with the fact that like I like the fact that like Toph could do metal bending, and all of a sudden there was like, you know, this whole slew of metal benders, and I'm like, I'm sure that there's people that can advance up to being able to do these like, you know, tertiary kind of like skills and stuff in amongst there, but I kind of felt like, I don't know, that shit should be genetic or something. I don't know how else to like say that. But it just kind of like there was some stuff like that that did bother me, the way that it was like done and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I also have like little beef and stuff with like things in the Last Airbender, but I really also feel like I kind of moved past those. Like I said, I've tried a couple of times to watch Korra. I didn't like it the first time, and I'm like, no, there's a lot of people that really like this, and I'm just being a bit of a, you know, being a bit of a shit about it. I should really just give it a chance. I tried. I really did. It just wasn't for me. Like some years down the track, I might try again. I'm not saying anytime soon. I'm not putting a date on that, but like I could try it again. I just don't know. Don't know how I feel. I might just get rid of that one that I just put there because I kind of feel like they'll build that. Viper's got dementia, and Crow's got gutworms. Crow is already got the flu. So, I mean, if anybody's going to die, it's probably him. Is it malaria? Ah, well, that's a little bit different than the flu. That's fine. Still not that big of an issue. As long as it's not freezing. Added a lot of things in to make it all special. But it didn't. I kind of wish that it just didn't jump as far. I understand that it still had to jump to a point where she's old enough to become like an adult and stuff. But I also feel like that shift also wasn't an improvement either, kind of thing. Like, I like the fact that, I guess because, like, I was also a kid when, or a teen or somewhere around there, when, like, Aang was a kid and stuff, and the story was doing whatever it was doing, right? It's kind of like, you know, jumping to now they're all kind of adults and stuff. I know that Aang had to live, like, as long as he did. I did like the fact that there were some people still around that were alive. I didn't love the fact that, like, they didn't explain what happened to Sokka. Like, he just apparently vanishes. He has, like, all these great achievements that apparently he adds to the world. I never heard anything that explains what happened to him. I don't know if maybe they did and it just, I didn't hear about it. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of like, not necessarily like looking forward to seeing them all, everybody all older and still alive and stuff. But like, it was cool to see like a couple of people, you know? I also understand that it did make sense for like Toph and Katara and stuff to, you know, be the older people and stuff like that, because women typically like do live longer and crap. But like, I also figure Toph is also too stubborn to die in some sense. But like, I don't know, Katara, I don't know, I didn't get much out of her being older. I kind of miss like her having like spirit, but I guess like it's just showing like she mellowed as she got older and stuff. Didn't happen for Toph. I was surprised that she had like as many kids as she did, but and is like still the way that she is, that normally changes people. But yeah, I kind of like wanted to see probably like, I don't know, Sokka have like a happier life ending type thing as well. At least like, because they're like the main ones in the group. I know obviously Aang couldn't be there because he was the Avatar and he's got to be dead to have a new Avatar and stuff. And then you've got, I'm pretty sure Zuko was still alive and stuff. But as far as I know, I think he went through some more kind of like life trials further on as well, into adulthood that Aang pulled into question. I don't know if that's addressed in the thing or if that's from the books. I never read the books, but I love like hearing all the like readings and shit of them and stuff. Like all of what happened in those stories and like the breakdowns and stuff. That's all very cool. But yeah, I'm not sure if that happened in there or the other thing. Also, if the power's all off, I don't kind of want you guys making more clothes here. If I can, I kind of want you guys to pull that up. But I don't know if the people that do tailoring can't do anything else. So let's pull up the non-powered benches instead. That way we've only got the two that have got electricity left. The struggles of rule that Zuko went through. Yeah. And him refusing to help remove the Fire Nation colonists after seeing their families that had formed. Yeah. I also think that, like, I like his, like, character arc and shit too in the original one. I know that you probably can't have, like, another one kind of like that. Like, once it's done once, it's never going to be as surprising or impressive or whatever the second time. But his was also, like, a major thing with the first Avatar as well. It's just he had such a huge fucking transformative thing. Like, on the first times I ever saw him in the show, I'm like, this guy's a dick. Like, I hope that he's just like the season 1 like guy that's going to be a problem, and that like he's gone and done and dusted soon, or that like Aang beats him or something, and then like by the end of it, and he's like actually like earned their trust and he's there helping them, but like even in himself he's still got his struggles and it's not 100% perfect because he's a fucking teenager and nobody's got the life fucking sorted at that point in time, you know, and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. I personally didn't get too much out of like the relationship part with Mai, but I really feel like that's more of a... Mai doesn't have like much of an emotional pool of like romanticness. So like them being like, obviously you can care about somebody and not be super expressive, but fuck, that was hard to watch. And then I always thought it was funny that like, you know, Sokka's basically like everywhere he goes, he's just like, I don't know, somebody likes him in some way kind of thing. If you actually listen to the way he fucking talks to people, he's not actually that bad. Human mate, I think you might need to babysit. Because mine was my first ever crush. I mean, that's fair. I'm not like shitting on that, but I'm just saying like their relationship together was a little bit hard to watch because like I've watched him have like a couple of relationships. Of course this would happen during a fucking power outage. I watched him have like a couple of relationships throughout this series, and he was just like so unwilling because of like the stuff that was going on. And then he was just like, yeah, chill with it and stuff. And I'm like, it seemed weird, but also Mai wasn't exactly just some person that he met out on the road. He's somebody he actually would have grown up with and known and stuff. So it's more likely that he would have been willing to accept that also at the time in that particular part of the show and stuff, you know. I could see that. But it still didn't make it like any less like, I don't know, it's a cringe watch. Mostly both of them, but like the beach thing is also like mostly pretty cringe. But I don't know, as far as like a partner for him and stuff goes, like at least Maya is very like classy, you know, so that was also a nice thing because like I don't know, I'm not saying that any of the girls that were like expressing interest in him beforehand weren't, but I'm just saying like you don't normally see that. I feel like it's just not normally in like shows. It's kind of like, let's find like the least depth person that's like pretty and looks good beside them and stuff, which I think it was why it was like a little bit harder to watch, because it was actually like had some depth and some thought, you know. And I hated early scenes of Aang crushing on Katara too much for me. I felt that too. Some of them are really hard to watch. I also do find it funny that like Sokka never like has an issue at any point in time. But yeah, I think that's more of like, it feels weird to me because she, to me, I think is like the first female he sees because he grows up with the monks, and yeah, he immediately just falls in love with her. Oh, Byro's gonna get dead. You're not gonna survive going that way, mate. I'm gonna need you to go up there and then come in through there, if you can even make that. Actually, if you could make it up around the corner. I don't think you'd make it in through there, honestly. I'll see if I can get him to run up the length of it. I don't think he's going to make that, but I don't want him to open up one of these. I want to force them to walk around or siege it properly. Oh, Bitter's here too. Bitter, what do? You do animals crafting. Burrow does animals, and it's a psychopath. I guess these two will probably go down, and I reckon they'll probably try to steal them, which means I might have to get more people out here. That's a really bad spot for Bitter, though. Although I have got Teresa and Thrombo 3 and Cypress here. So the airbenders had females too, though. Airbenders had their male and female temples separated. That's why there's 4 air temples. They have 2 female temples and they have 2 male temples. Because if you have a look at the scenes where Aang is at the air temple and stuff, there's only boys and men. But the temple where he was given birth to is only women. Yeah. It's Yang Chen, or whatever her name was, Sand Nation Avatar Girl. I don't remember who that is. Not off the top of my head. Just give me a hot minute. I'm thinking that probably Bitter and Byro are probably going to get dead, unless these Thrombos can actually, like, come help. But Butts and Teresa are probably going to, and Cypress probably going to back to fight. The only thing I could do is, like, bring you guys down here. I could bring you two out. Byro might be able to make it around the corner. You two probably won't. But I'll try. Because I need to get somebody down where we can effectively save them. So I need you guys. How much do I want Bitter and Byro? I probably shouldn't do that. That's a power beam targeter. Well, we'll see. I'll go a couple of times and I'll see how this goes. Alright. So basically, looks like they besieged the colony. 100 mortar distance. Oh, they might, if they're going to do mortars, they may end up going and... Let's turn you fire off will. You're going to try to go in that way. Go that way. I don't know where these guys are going to go. I'll check it out in a second. I just want to see if there's anybody I want. Super loyal. Not seeing any names. I really don't need more people. Most of this is super loyal. I don't take super loyals. I might take JP. You do shooting. I'd like to get somebody that's... Or we could have a second Joshua. We could have a medical and shooting Joshua. That would be so confusing every time I go to do like quests or a fucking trade. Natto might be good. Okay, I've got my eye on 2 people. Whoa, shit. Holy fuck, Lilith. Artistic, medical, social, intellectual. God damn, hold on. Where's my thing for this? There. I want to keep an eye on that, because I don't get many like that walk in. I don't know how many's here. There's... I don't know, 4 or 5 in this corner? Maybe? I literally can't tell. I think there's like 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5-ish on that, which is RIPU. If they don't attack Bitter might be able to move. What kind of guns you guys got? Okay, they've definitely got a triple rocket launcher. That's going to get one of them dead. Out of interest, the person that's carrying the thing... You. Who's got you? You. Octopus, mate. Have you got the thing? Or is it just that it lit up that then? It should be you. It should be... I thought that, it's in here. I thought that Kit Kat had it. Kit Kat does have it. Can't reach outside of this yet, and I'm betting that that's a close range thing. Either way, we'll try to get you down here. Alright. Okay, Bitter is definitely getting attacked. Bitter is trying to run. Bitter has been left alone. Oh, okay. Where are they going to build? Because I'll get you guys to go... You keep going up and that way. You two come out this way. If they've got to go around... Hold on. Let's ignore those guys on the corner. Can I grab the rest of yours? Go stand down there. I got a couple of people with psychic shock lances, and there's a couple of people I wouldn't mind taking. It does mean that I have to kick everybody else out of the prison hospital. Hold on. This here... This is now a hospital. And these birds, these ones here, they're not medical. I see you peeking, Keelan. You got an orbital bombardment beacon on you, and I may end up using it. Byro, for the love of God, stop following them. Let me save that, because I don't want to redo trying to deal with them again. I knew as soon as I sent all my gunners out of the base, and as soon as we got the solar flare, I knew shit was coming. I was just hoping it was not going to be a fucking mech thing. Oh, my neck. It's not a mech thing, which is good. It's just this little group. Just 30 odd people. It's fine. So, what they do give me time for is you guys go in there. Hopefully Byro will go from the top. Is it their siege? I think they're just going to come around. Unless they're going to go build somewhere, which I haven't spotted yet. I have no turrets actively working. So, Precal, mate, I need you up in front. And basically, anybody with a gun, I'd like to be up in front too. Like Kenna, you can go over there. Mo, you might as well go stand in the group. We're gonna literally mow down whatever we don't want. None of you guys are gonna help. So you guys can go stand at the back. Beaver's not gonna help. Bombay will. Dorinus won't. Kelly will. Get your ass around the front, mate. Actually, you four there. And Kit Kat's already down here. Holy shit. Okay, if shit goes south, I'm just bombarding them. And we'll pick up the dregs if there's any left. You guys, though, you guys move back. Move back. How are we going for this? They're not even halfway. Yeah, well, if anything's standing after a bombardment beacon. Usually it's not. Yeah, it's literally Keelan. We were talking about how you're in game, and I found that Lee is also in my game. So, yeah, Kit Kat Keelan was mentioned. Let's grab all of you guys. I don't know if I grabbed the right one then. Pex, you can go stand over there. I don't need a sword, Brickell. Kit Kat's gonna stand over there. Kelly, oh, that's right. You've got the psychic shock lances. I've also got to check for those just real quick. Just wait for a couple more people to roll up. You've got one. You've got a gun. I want just people with guns, because most of my gunners are not here right now. My best gunners are not here right now. But doesn't mean I don't have gunners, and it doesn't mean that they can't absolutely decimate 30 people. Who else is coming down? It's got guns. Dela Cruz has got a decent sniper rifle. There's Hang. Hang's got a thing. I might be taking a few extra names if this is the case. Okay, where are they? They're not there yet. Starvation. Crow is starving. Probably because they got the plague and what was the other thing you've got wrong with you? Malaria. And gut worms. Crow, I'll do you a solid, mate. Do you want to just go lay down in bed? Because I don't think you've got a shock lance. Go lay down in bed, mate. Barrel, let's just pretend that you don't need this battle, hey? What was that? Something went kaboom. I don't know what went, though. Okay. What I kind of want is I want the people that have the psychic shock lances. Somebody else here that's got one. I want you guys to go stand over there. I'll move you guys down in a minute. Okay. I can also hear like birds and shit around this area as well. Once I've got them kind of like a bit sorted out, I'll just resave it there just in case we have to go again, because like at least we know for a fact that Byro and stuff, they're not going to get like dead where they were standing. I don't know if it was Byro. It was somebody. They got very lucky. Honestly, I haven't seen too many people be spawned on by a siege raid and not be taken immediately. Something sounds like it's on fire. Hold on. That's what's... Okay, I'll send some people in to deal with that. This is why it's good when the music occasionally stops. If anybody's ever wondered why, like, RimWorld music stopping occasionally is useful, that's why. I don't know which one of you two has this, so I'm going to grab both of yous. Okay. I'm going to get you lot to come down over here. So I kind of want you to stand there. Now, what I want is I kind of need like a half a dozen people to go in there and do firefighting in just a second. That door's going to break open anyway. We're going to open this. We're going to open that in case people go in. You three, what I kind of need you to do... I don't really want them to just come in here and not do firefighting, but there is a whole bunch of people that don't have guns. Marla, mate, go stand in the pile. Go stand in the pile, mate. I'll just chuck them in the room, and whoever does firefighting will do the firefighting. It is only 39 degrees in here so far, so it's not... Also, how is it not setting off the fire foam poppers? How has that not gone off yet? Because he's covered. He's got gun. He's got done in here before. You can see it. He's covered in this shit. We might be okay for that. No, the fire foam poppers should be just work on their own because one went off. Xena's confused. That's fine. I still happily smiling. No. What are you doing, Viking? You still perusing the huskies? I've just got a siege at the moment. I'm gonna take some people, but shit's on fire. Shit should stop being on fire in here. Okay, you lot. I need you guys, everybody that's in here currently, to just go do firefighting. I'm sure they'll go do the stuff. I should be okay with that. I shouldn't have to worry about them walking out into this. That's why I can tell happily smiling. No. Well, I'm glad that you've maybe either seen a good husky about, or potentially like finished searching for the day and get to rest. Not that like looking at a bazillion pictures of like adorable husky puppies isn't like hard work. It is still hard work. It's just like it's enjoyable hard work. And Jane, you. Okay, this should be all my people that have got guns. Now, Nat, I need you to go stand out there with the shock lance crew. Who else in here has one? Apart from you. Somebody's got one. I can't see who yet. You guys shift a little bit more. You've got one. You can go stand out here. Somebody in this group's got one. Apart from what's his face up the back. It's not showing me. Nat should be moving, so it's not him. He's got one. You. Recal, mate. Go stand out in the pile. Go stand in the pile, mate. Where are they? They're not even around the corner yet. We're good for the moment. That sounds like turrets are back online. Why is that turret online? Hold on, who are you shooting? Hold up. I don't know where that's getting shot. Oh, turret's here. Ooh. The solar thing must have ended. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, but Phoebe Chillax is already aware that I'm trying to steal people. Did you notice that? As soon as I'm like getting these guys lined up, they're like, nope, not anymore, you don't. Alright, you guys move down a little bit. I'll pick up whatever I can. Somebody went kaboom. Let's grab you lot. Let's just get you guys. No. I want you guys to move over and then come down. That way you guys can get them from behind in this group. Apart from Nat, who's not supposed to be in this, I kind of want all of you lot, all of my gunners, except for Nat and who was it? Joyce. The rest of you lot, I don't know, you guys can like, I kind of want to peek through here, realistically, but I guess you guys could probably, they'd be right for the most part. You guys can come down here. I kind of want you guys, I don't know how many shots we've got, but I want my chance to get whatever I want out of this group. So you guys are going to bum rush this corner now that they've turned around anyway. Alright, this is about as divided as I can make them without, like I can always go back to before the things came back online. Because not all of them have got power yet. Oh, they're spread out a little bit. A guinea pig died. I didn't see you before, mate. Oh, there's also chemical fascinations in here too. I gotta be careful with that. And there's people hyping up on their fucking miscellaneous drug consumption going on down here with this lot. Oh, mate. RIP the fucking guinea pig supply. Thrombo 3 is down here. I don't actually want you guys to come down this corner. I'll tell you that much. You guys are going to go over here and then come down there. So I think they're going to, like, absolutely, like, go through that. Another guinea pigs. All my guinea pigs are dying. I honestly don't actually care, but I do care about this. Holy crackers. Okay, Bree's just passed the thing. Something's going to blow up. Bree must be able to do the thing. I will stretch and hydrate just quickly. Well, I hope you caught the pun in that. Anyway. Recal, mate. Yeah, you got one. So I know I've got a bunch of people at the front. But who's the D-bag with the special gun? Is he still standing? No, it's on the ground. Okay, I don't have to worry about this group at all now. Alright, what do I want? Not you. Not you.